Hey everyone, I had a couple questions in one of the recent classes that we had at Rockbrook, and so I wanted to make a quick video to show you a little bit more about it. One of the questions was how much can you crop into a photograph and still have a pretty good print? And I think the answer, like many answers, is it varies. If you're starting with a camera that doesn't have a ton of resolution, then you can't crop very much and still get a very good print. Or if you have a lot of resolution and you crop to a small part of the image, again, your resolution is going to drop and you're not going to be able to print it very well. But I told a couple people about a couple options. Photoshop has a new option that's called Enhance, and it works pretty well. The favorite option that I use is Gigapixel, which is what you see right here. And I'm going to show you, for instance, a picture taken with an old 6 megapixel camera. So I'll go into Photoshop and we'll look. It's a great photo. I love it. It's well lit. It's well exposed. It was a good exposure, but it's only got 6 megapixels. That was the maximum I could get. So when I go in and zoom in a little bit, it's getting a little pixelated, and you could see that there's a lot of pixelization and there's a lack of detail there. So that's a little bit of an issue for me. And when I print this big, I do need to up-res it a little bit. And Gigapixel and Photoshop Enhance are two ways that take like artificial intelligence. They call it like deep learning or, machine learning. And they fill in the gaps where those pixels start to not make sense. The computer comes in and says, all right, this is a blade of grass. And so I'm going to make this blade of grass look better. So what you do is you just go on into Gigapixel and you could take your image and you could drop it in there, and it automatically gives you a close-up preview of how that looks. And you could draw your box over different areas. It generates the preview, and you could multiply your resolution by 2, 4, 6. I have great luck with 2 and 4. 6 sometimes gets a little problematic, but you could see already when you're looking at it, the details are pretty amazing. You could see some of the details in the rust and in the orange, the color that's not there. So what you do is you click Save Image. I've already done that, but so go over here in Photoshop. This is the original image, and once again, we'll just zoom in right to there, 300%. And you can see that there's a lot of pixelization there. There's a lot of pixels that are blocky. And when you go into the Gigapixel version, oh my goodness, that was out of control. I forgot to set them back. So let's go again. Sorry about that. And 300%. And then this is at the same place, but this time, this is the Gigapixel version, and the details are much clearer. There's not very many big giant pixels that are messed up, and it did a really good job overall of keeping the sharpness. And when you look over here again, you can see how it's much less defined. Everything is less clear. The Gigapixel version is much better. And so then you could go in and look around. It looks pretty good. The background looks all right. The tractor looks like a tractor. And let's look over here. See how pixelated it is on the original? So this is the original 6 megapixel version, and then this is the up-res one. And it looks really good. It's not perfect. You can tell that, for instance, it kept a lot of more detail right here on the outer parts of this sky, and in the middle became a little bit muddier. But you, once again, have to remember that when you're looking at this print, that would mean you're 2 inches away looking at those problems, even if you print it big. But this is a picture that you could definitely print fairly big. 7,000 pixels by 4,600 pixels compared to 3,500 by 20. What does that say? By 2,300 pixels. So it's quite a big difference. So the program that I use is called Gigapixel. And you can download a trial and you can mess around with it, and it's fun to see what you can do with old images or images that you really crop a lot into. Go ahead and experiment, have some fun, and let me know some results if you want to try it out.